Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to the video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be starting a new series where I'm going to be making a set on a certain Loomian. It's going to be like really quick, like it's 3 minutes to me, like really fast. But yeah, I to do this because it's just something else that I could do. Just showcase you some things that I can't really make, or don't have the time to, or not the patience. But here's the first Loomian. If you see the title, you might be pretty excited. Boom. This has been a Loomian I've been wanting to make for quite a while. Now, a drop of youth, very clever snapper. Now, the personality is very clever, sluggish, frail, and clumsy. It depends if you want to do sluggish or frail, but I recommend sluggish. For the TVs, 164 HP, 12 energy, 128 and 188 defense. You have the ability Terrifying, your items Drop of Youth, and the moves. Aqua Jaws, Clay Slap, Provoke, and Dodge. With 12 energy, you can use 4 Aqua Jaws and 2 Clay Slaps, and 4 Clay Slaps and 2 Aqua Jaws if you're at max energy. I don't do many other energy calculations because I don't really like doing them. And I did a few Loomians that could threaten it and some calculations with them. It's a Kazune. With 164 HP, 180 range defense, you can tank Kazune's Thunder Strike from 50% only 25% of the time. Basically, if you're at 79 HP, you can tank the Kazune Thunder Strike. KO with Aqua Jaws. If it has no melee defense investment or HP, if not, then you can Clay Slap twice. If it's enabled towards the Kazune, then you will not outspeed after one Clay Slap. You can put a little bit of investment if you wanted to, but yeah, with 164 HP and 80 range, you see that a lot. You can take a Smart Zulong's Thunder Strike and have a 16% chance to not get 2-hit KO'd. With very nimble Zulong, you have basically an 80% chance to tank it twice. And you can 3-hit KO Zulong every time we place that, but if it's very nimble, you will not outspeed after -2. If it's nimble, you will not outspeed, but if it's a very smart Zulong, you will outspeed after 2 place slaps. Even then, it will 2-hit KO your methods or power cuffs, so you gotta scout that out first. If it's not running power cuffs, you will smart and a very nimble Zulong's Thunder Strike. It is a 97.3% chance you tank if it's a very smart. So basically, that's if they have no items. And with Protogon, it wasn't very long because Protogon only has basically one move that does something. 164 HP and 180 range defense. As I said, it's a lot. You tank a Smart Cuffs Protogon's Thunder Strike 3 times, and you can like 5% of the time. It's like a really low chance you don't get 3-hit KO'd. If it is nimble, then it becomes an 18% chance to KO you, to 3-hit KO you. You can Clay Slap Protogon twice before risking your KO, but if it is a smart Protogon, you will outspeed after -2. If nimble, you will not. So if it's a -2 Protogon with 200 speed, you will outspeed after 2 Clay Slaps, meaning that you can kill it, but it could kill you first. It's luck-based. And with Hunder, with 164 HP and 116 melee defense, you can swap in versus Hunder and trigger the Terrifying ability. Then you can 2-hit KO the Hunder with Clay Slap, but with 100 ground, say Cuffs, live the 3-hit KO, you basically will die, just like Protogon. Less than 1% chance you survive. If it's a very brawny Hunter, then you are going to get KO'd, 3-hit KO'd every single time. If the Hunter is very nimble, you will live the 3-hit KO, like 73% of the time. And with Chartiki, with 164 HP, 180 range defense, you can take a very smart Cuffs, Nature's Force Chartiki, but it will 2-hit KO you 0.4% of the time. I only did this because I don't think anyone's going to run that, but it's a possibility, so I put that there. If it's just Smart Cuffs Chartiki, you can tank the 2-KO every time. If it is a defensive Chartiki, if they're running 88 range attack, you can tank the Nature's Force 3 times, 73% of the time. You spam Aqua Jaws and get the KO if you hit it enough. You probably will not KO it though. You just gotta be you just probably will not KO it. And I accidentally went into Legacy, and with 164 HP and 180 range, you can tank the Gobademic's Muck Blast 2 times before getting taken down. Your Clay Slap will 3-hit KO, but not before Gobademic kills. Now, if you are to follow me to not that, I'm gonna go here. And right here for an example. See my toes, but it doesn't matter. But we're gonna do some other little calculations real quick. And if you look at this, actually, swap in versus the Specialization Metatoad. It's possible for it, with Specialization Metatoad. I really do Specialization Metatoad as a calculation because I didn't really think it'd be like, but we did do this. So yes, you can tank it. and you can actually outspeed it every time. Doesn't matter if it's like a nimble one, you'll outspeed it probably. And then you can jaws it twice, and you got the kill in Metatoad, so you can actually swap this in against the Metatoad, kill it pretty easily actually. What about if it's like Watcher or something? And as you see here, if it is a Watcher, and we got Power Cuffs or Electric Essence, whatever the heck you're going to use, it is a guaranteed 3 KO, so be careful if you use the Gravity Watcher, but you can swap it versus the second slap, and then you can Aqua Jaws and Aqua Jaws twice. You can do that versus this. So this could act as a Metatoad counter if it's under proper prediction or something. Trying to think of something else. What about like Diebold or something? Boom. Now here, as we can see, it is a guaranteed 3-hit KO. So you could, in theory, actually swap in versus this. You probably you're gonna get undersped, but after one Clay Slap, you'll outspeed it. So you can swap in on this Clay Slap, and then you can kill its turn. So this is kind of like swap in and kill something, depending on the matchup. But that's kind of what I built it for, is so then it can tank. It basically gets 3-hit KO by basically anything in the game, and at the same time, it has decent coverage with water and earth. But Stratosaur's a little bit of a scary thing. It's a Snapr versus Stratosaur. I also use the most powerful possible attack and calculation. But if we were to pick like a defensive one, I don't know what the defensive one runs like. Very robust, very clever. I'll just do 88 because that seems like reasonable. Yeah, you're good. It's like literally that % chance, so you die. What about? Let's think. Ooh, I have an idea. Sorry if there's more background noise, but let's say we were looking at this for example. Why do I have +1 right here? I just realized that. I've got defensive priority. Whatever, that's gonna change a lot of crap that I just did. It's gonna change practically every calculation that I made, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't matter. That's gonna change a lot actually. Just pretend it wasn't +1. Or pretend it wasn't +1. I don't know why I did that. But yes, if we're looking at this, the -1, you'll tank this. You'll tank it pretty well. If you swap in versus the -1, it's very brawny. Power Cut, tank the Thunder Crash pretty well. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm just gonna go over everything that I kind of failed at mentioning. Okay, you cannot tank this. Not very well, unfortunately, because of not defensive priority. I don't know why I put the +1 there. Yeah, you will not tank that. I mean, technically, if you swapped in against a Fire Breath, you could, in theory, tank it to get some low rolls. Actually, no, you're gonna die. Actually, no. You have to be like the lowest roll and the highest. It doesn't really matter. You would be able to technically tank this and do more damage, but I cannot wait for people to mention that I put a +1. I'm just gonna go over everything that I accidentally just did. And we're gonna look at the Chartiki. If it is a very smart 200 Power Cuffs. I mean, technically, if it doesn't have Nature's Force, which barely even do that, and you swapped in versus a Fire Breath, then yeah, you're good. You're good if you do that. It hit it very hard, but who cares? You speed tie it. Heck, that's funny. Yeah, and then you'll get swap versus a Fire Breath, and then you can like provoke it. I'm kind of upset that I kind of made this entire video, then it's gonna be messed up. Okay, next one. Okay, if it's 88 smart, no Power Cuffs, it does this as like a defensive Chartiki with like robust smart or whatever. And yeah, this would be you'd be able to probably take this pretty well, I'd say. There's a chance to get high rolls. Okay. Alright, in Zulong, you're gonna die. What if it is a swap in on an Elemental Burst? This is a very smart one, by the way. Not really, but if it's not very smart and it's just something like smart, probably tank it. It depends. But if it's not Electric Essence, then yeah, you'll be able to tank it pretty well, I'd say. Okay, I did that. Let's go over here. Everything's broken now. Hold on. Okay, we're back. Yeah, then yeah, you're good basically. You could swap in versus it, hit it with a Clay Slap, do some decent damage. I'm very upset I made that +1. I made it way tankier than it was supposed to be. Alright, well, into the next Loomian that I missed out on. By the way, if it's very nimble, you're still fine. You're still fine. You're still fine. You're still outrageously fine. And with Gobademic, Not sure. Depends if you could swap in on, like, say, an air blade or something. If you did swap in versus an air blade, yeah, you'd be completely fine to clay slap it. Alright, next one. With Hunder, gets a little closer, but if you swap in at anything else, you'd be able to tank it, then hit it with a clay slap or an aqua jaws. It's up to you. Clay slap's probably the better option. Next one. Okay, looked at Protagon, and yeah, you'd still be fine. You can clay slap. You're good. You're good. Well, that'll probably be the end. I'm very upset that I ended up completely failing and giving it +1, and no one told me. Thank you guys for not telling me. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one.